and gentlemen, good morning. I'd like to invite everyone to stand, please, for the entrance of the Governor General and Judge Ati. The invocation. She's going to pray. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Dame Cecile Grenada, Governor General of Grenada, Ambassador Louis Mojeron, Cuban Ambassador to Grenada, Judge Ati, OECS Supreme Court Judge, Mrs. Angela Finley, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Nicholas Paul, Registrar of Exams, Testing and Measurement Unit, Ministry of Education, Mr. Sheldon Alexander, Chairman, Board of Directors of Westmorland School, Inc., and other board members present, Mr. Kurt Edwards, President, Parent Teachers Association of Westmorland School, Inc., and other members of the PTA executive present, Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, Principal, Mrs. Stacy Sincere, Junior School Supervisor, guest speaker, Mr. Eric De Cruz, past principals, teachers, students, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, and students. Welcome, good morning. If we can all please get ready to sing the national anthem before we take our seats. Mr. Julian? Okay. I don't have a singing voice. Sorry, 1 second, please. Singing the national anthem. National anthem.
Hail Grenada, land of ours, we pledge ourselves to thee. Heads, hearts, and hands in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of God, being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire, build, advance as one people, one family. God bless our nation.
Thank you very much. You may now be seated while we prepare for the graduates to enter. While we wait, please, there's one small change to the program. Obviously, we are not Mrs. Sincere and Mrs. Ruben. This is Mr. Julian.
Pleasure. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Rashidi Julien. And this is my co-host.
I am Adasha Belfon, and we will be your hosts this morning. We'll try. Okay. So we will await the cue from the musicians for when the graduates are ready.
And we need to adjust this mic.
Can we try this one?
You can hold it. Just this. You might need to turn that one off.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome the graduates of 2023 as they waltz in. Let's turn our attention to the back as they enter.
you did it beautifully. And so now I'd like to invite you to take your seats, while Nika Sion Holkoff comes over to do a scripture reading for us. Graduates, may take this.
This scripture reading is taken from Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 to 13. I know the plans I have in my mind for you, declares the Lord. There are plans for peace, not disaster, to give you a future filled with hope. When you call me and come and pray to me, I listen to you. When you search for me, yes, search for me with all your heart, you will find me.
All right, thank you very much, Nika, for that scripture reading. Next, we will have the invocation done by Kenya William Forbes. So let's invite her onto the podium.
Please bow your heads and close your eyes. Our Father, how wonderful are the works of your hands. As we gather here today to celebrate a step forward into new places with new people and new experiences, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. For this school, which has given us a safe place to learn and a strong foundation to build upon as we take this next step into your world. For our teachers who have so richly loved and cared for us, even at our worst. For our families who have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our sides through the many bumps in the road. And on this day especially, we thank you for the friends we have found among our classmates, for all the jokes we will laugh about in years to come, for the hardships and tears we have endured together, side by side, and for your love, which has been made evident through the relationships we will carry with us beyond these walls. I also ask that bless these proceedings as we are about to commence. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Nika and Kenya. Kenya said that she hoped that we can look back at the blunders with laughter. And since this is our first ever hosting event, well, he's second, right? First. Hopefully any mistakes we make will be part of those blunders in the future when you look back. So thank you. At this time, we invite another student. We have Haley Beggs with the salutatory address.
Your Excellency, Dame Cecilia Grenada, Governor General, Ambassador Luis Morajon, Cuban Ambassador to Grenada, Judge Addy, OECS Supreme Court Judge, Mrs. Angela Finley, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Nicholas Paul, Registrar of Exams, Testing and Measurement Unit, Ministry of Education, Mr. Sheldon Alexander, Chairman, Board of Directors of Westmorland School Incorporated, and other board members present, Mr. Kurt Edwards, President, Parent-Teachers Association of Westmorland School Incorporated, and other members of the PTA executive present, Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, Principal, Mrs. Stacy Sincere, Junior School Supervisor, Guest Speaker, Mr. Eric De Cruz, past principals, teachers, students, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, students, good morning, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of the Westmorland Senior School Class of 2023. Today marks a day on which our journey through secondary school comes to an end. Nonetheless, this moment is joyous, as we commemorate all our hard work throughout the years. Without the help of our dedicated parents, guardians, teachers, and classmates, this day would have not arrived. I'm proud of how far we have come. Having grown up together in this institution over the years, I'm certain that we will go on to achieve great things. Graduates, many may tell you the key to success is hard work. While true, what these years have taught us is that to maintain success, you must go the extra mile. To be the best you can be, you must do the extra work. Everyone wants to be successful, but not everyone is willing to do more than the average person, and that is what makes you stand out from the rest. That is how you will succeed in this highly competitive life. It is crucial to stay determined, stay hungry, stay ambitious to reach your ultimate goals. Work overtime, take those extra classes, perfect your craft, trust you will be victorious. Have confidence in yourself, and anything you dream of accomplishing will become a reality. Yes, dreams do come true, but that probability is directly proportional to the effort that you put in. You must work for it because nobody can live your life for you. As we move on to a new chapter of our lives, we must stay true to ourselves. Remember all the good times we had when we were younger, as well as all the mistakes we made and are going to make, because those serve as lessons. The memories we hold are valuable and shape us into the people we are and will become. Lastly, never forget those closest to us who have bolstered us every step of the way. Parents, guardians, we thank you for your everlasting support and love, and we promise to make you proud. This occasion should be recognized as a celebration only. We are growing up, finding ourselves, and hopefully making the best out of every situation we wind up in. I know you can't wait to see what we make of ourselves. Today, we relish in our own and each other's achievements in this time of reflection and honor, and we thank you for celebrating with us. Once again, welcome to the ceremony.
Thank you, Haley. At this time, we go over to some sports awards, and we would like to invite Mr. Kevon Gibson. Mr. Gibson? Oh, sorry. Oh, blunder number one, if anyone is counting.
He said they're not hearing us.
Can you hear us at the back? Okay. Oh, can't really do it on that. Where's this one? What did she say?
So, we start with the sports awards, and first we have Bijan Embleton receiving sports awards for athletics, the drum corps, football, and intercom. So Bijan Embleton. Alright, so my apologies. So we are starting with actually the sports awards on this page. So blunder number 2. Please forgive us, but we keep moving, right? So let's really start the sports awards. And firstly, we have Fazad Augusti. Oh, please. Oh my goodness. Blunder number 3 already. Fazad, I apologize, my bad.
You're doing well. You're doing well. You're doing well.
Next up, we have Bijan Embleton receiving his Sportsman's Award. Come on up, my guy.
Jyoti Sukwani. Joshua Wilson Dumont. Oh, sorry. So my first role here today, I am a guest of Joshua Wilson Dumont, and I am now your host. So yes, thank you, Joshua. We have sportsman Kevin Martin.
And last but definitely not least, we have the sportswoman, Chloe Telesford. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gibson. Okay, so now we'd like to get as a house teachers to get ready to do the presentation of house gifts, and we will start with Brathwaite House. Who's the teacher for our house?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
First of all, I would like to thank Brathwaite House for all the members of Brathwaite House for taking part in sports over the years they have been here. And I want to also congratulate all the members because we have been winning March Pass for the 7th consecutive year, and that is commendable. And also we came second in swim splash and road relay, and I really want to congratulate the students and wish them all the best. I also want to give them a little token of appreciation for being a part of Red House for all of these years. Okay? So as you hear your names, kids. I am calling Mika. Captain. Kayla. Selena. Max. Jyoti. Haley. And Flavia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Clark. And next up we have
It's not there. Hold on.
next we have Comajon House. I guess I will be doing conversion hums. So first up we have Kevin. Come on up, my guy. Next we have Kinai. Now we have Jewel. We have the big man himself, Fazad. Give it up for him. So next up, we will have Ms. Shaw presenting for the Gale House.
Joseph D'Souza. Zenia. Ronella Griffiths. Abigail Betty. Hadia Esprit Frederick. Risha Mariscato. Jelena Hagley. Kenya Williams Forbes. Jake Herrera. Bijan Embleton.
Now we will have a presenter for Macintosh House.
Good morning. I am here in the capacity of of house mistress for Macintosh House, and I had a very active year with the 4 Macintosh form size that we had this year. We had a small number, but they were extremely powerful and very instrumental in Macintosh House victory at sports and swim slash this year. So give them that kudos. And we will definitely miss their input and their oomph in the upcoming sports year, because they really did good for us over the years that they have been with Westmorland Senior School. So to thank them for their service to the house, first I would like to call Amber Patterson. Next I would like to call Noah Otway. Our Vice Captain, Joshua Wilson Dumont. And our house captain, Chloe Telesford.
Thank you very much for the house mistresses for the presentation of the house awards. And now it is with great pride and admiration that I would like to introduce to you one of my past students as your feature address speaker for this morning's proceedings, Mr. Eric De Cruz. Eric attended Westmorland from September 1998 to June 2011. He was class of 2011 of this same school in this very hall. He migrated to Toronto, Canada in August of 2011 to continue his educational studies. Attended grade 12 at the Bishop Morocco High School until June of 2012. In 2012, he graduated Toronto, Canada. He got special awards for navigating the workplace from Bishop Morocco. He then attended Centennial College from September 2013 to June 2016, where he was awarded the Certificate of Completion in Automotive Service Technician Program. From 2011 to 2014, he was at Active Green and Ross, an apprentice automotive technician, offered full-time right out of school straight through internship. From 2014 to 2017, he was at Avenue Nissan. In 2017, he completed and passed his exam to earn and become a licensed automotive technician, 310S Red Seal certification, to work as a certified licensed technician across all provinces in Canada. In 2017, June, he launched Auto Fanatics mobile car detailing business to cater to aftercare maintenance of high-end vehicles in Toronto and the surrounding areas. Later rebranded to Auto Finesse in 2019, and then he sold this business in May of 2023. Congratulations. 2017 to 2020, special events detailer, product representative for Honda and Acura Canada. 2017 to 2020, participated in auto show, tours, commercials, product launches, and other special events across Canada. January 2023, he was presented the Premier Car Sales Consultant at Islington Chrysler in Toronto, Ontario, as one of the top 3 sales consultants. Eric De Cruz.
Thank you. That was a mouthful, I know. Your Excellency, Dame Cecile La Grenade, Governor General, Ambassador Louis Moran, Cuban Ambassador to Grenada, Judge Ati, OECS Supreme Court Judge, Mrs. Angela Finley, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Nicholas Paul, Registrar of Exams, Testing and Measurement, Ministry of Education, Mr. Sheldon Alexander, Chairman, Board of Directors of Westmorland School, Incorporated, and other board members present. Mr. Kurt Edwards, President, Parent Teachers Association, Westmorland School, other members of the PTA, Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, Principal, Mrs. Stacy, Junior School Supervisor, I'm not going to announce myself, past principals, teachers, students, distinguished guests, parents. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. First and foremost, graduates, I'd like to see some smiles on your faces, please. This is a very important day in your lives and a milestone. So today is a day of celebration and a reflection as we gather here to mark the end of your journey at Westmorland School and the beginning of the next chapter of your lives. I am honored and grateful for the invitation to be able to speak with you on this special occasion and as a past student here at Westmorland. For those of you who don't know me, I began my journey here at the tender age of 3 and then graduated in 2011. I had my fair share of accomplishments here, but for what most people would know me as here was the drum corps major who took Westmorland to the drum corps, the drum fest competition for the first time. And something I'm very proud of, we placed 5th, though not first, for the first time in the history of Westmorland and gained us a lot of respect and recognition across the country. Ms. Clark, you're gonna laugh at this one. When I received the call from Ms. Clark, I wasn't sure how to answer. Hola, hello, hi. Ms. Clark, hi. When I received this call, I thought I would be nervous to take this invitation. But instead, the news left me feeling excited and honored. Not only because it presented me with an opportunity to share all the knowledge and lessons that I've learned since my time here at Westmorland, but because the theme for this year really resonated with me. Ms. Clark, though I'm still not fluent in Spanish, I have not given up. Graduates, congratulations. You did it. You should be so proud of yourselves for what you have accomplished thus far. We are all incredibly proud of you. There are a few things I want to emphasize to you today. Consider them nuggets of knowledge or words of wisdom to keep in your back pocket as you navigate through the next stages of your life. The first is the importance of perseverance. Each chapter of our lives presents us with its own sets of challenges. But on the bright side, you've made it through one of the most difficult ones. Your teenage years, I would say, are some of the most enjoyable years of your life, but also some of the most confusing and complex. You would have made lasting friendships, learned new things about yourselves, changed so much over this period of time. Mentally, physically, and emotionally. I know you all quickly want to become adults, but I promise you, you're not missing anything. Wait until you start paying taxes. However, your ability to push through these challenges only makes you stronger and wiser. There's a saying I'm sure everyone here knows: life either happens to you or for you. And it is your perception of this statement that will dictate whether or not you succeed in life. You see, we underestimate the power of our minds and the thoughts that flow through them. This is no different than the idea of the glass half full or half empty. Two people can have the two people can have completely different views, the content of the glass being the same, but the perception can have vastly different effects on their outlook on life. There is no straight road, set timeline, direct path to success. If you have been told that, my condolences. Life is in fact like a tree. No two trees grow at the same rate, nor are they shaped the same. And thus no two people will have the same path, timeline, or destiny. You may sit here knowing exactly what you want to do in your life in the next 5 to 10 years, or you may be biting your nails because you don't know what you're going to do tomorrow. Either way, I'm here to tell you that it's okay. It's your journey. Now, this is just as important as the thought you keep in your mind, the company you keep. Surround yourself with positive influences and people who will challenge and push you to achieve your goals and dreams. Think of these people as the soil that you need to grow. You place yourself in the right environment, you are sure to thrive. If there's one thing I can't stress enough as you embark on this new chapter of your lives into adulthood, it's to take risks. Step out of your comfort zone. Travel. Start a new business. Learn a new skill. There will never be a right time. And if you fail, so be it. I promise you, you'll be happier knowing you tried and failed than always wondering what if. We often put this stigma around failure, but unfortunately, success and failure are like Bonnie and Clyde. You can't have one without the other. Graduates, as you leave here today, I want you to remember, everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we may not understand why, but if we sit back and analyze, we can often find a positive in every situation. It's all about your mindset. Never stop learning. The minute you think you know it all is the minute you sell yourself short. Make it a habit to learn something new every day. You are where you are meant to be. Everything has its time. Be patient and follow the signs. The journey is just as important as the finish line. We have one life, so make sure to make the best out of it every single day. Lastly, be humble. Treat others as you want to be treated. As the famous poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou once said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you make them feel. Once again, it is my absolute pleasure to address you here today. Congratulations, graduates. The world is yours to explore and discover. Best wishes and best luck to all of you.
Eric, please join us back on stage. We would like to present you with a token of our appreciation. To do so, I would like to call on Principal Simpson, if you're available. If not, Mrs. Sincere, either one of you will do. Perfectly fine. Thank you very much.
Okay. Is anyone counting what number we're on now? Okay, so now we're moving into the presentation of prizes and special awards and awards and awards. So, let's go. First, we'd like to invite Mr. Sheldon Alexander, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of Westmorland School, to present the first set of awards, please. So, first award. For Best Prefect, we have
So for Best Prefect, we have Flavia Morejon Rodriguez. Yeah, that's you, Flavia. Best Prefect, come on up. Excellent work. Next, we have Best All-Round Student, and that goes to the one and only Joshua Wilson Dumont. Next, we have service to the school, and this goes for few students because you can never have too much service to the school. And of course, those students are Fazad, Abigail, Bijan, and Joshua Wilson. So Fazad, Abigail, Bijan, and Joshua. Abigail, you're up. Bijan. And Joshua. Service to the school. Thank you guys very much. Next, we have the award for most discipline, and that goes to Flavia Morejon Rodriguez. Also receiving an award for most discipline is Abigail Pitt. Now we have an award for the most determined, and that award also goes to Flavia Morejon Rodriguez. Now we have an award for Vice Captain Macintosh House for dedication and exceptional service, Joshua Wilson Dumont. Now we have an award for outstanding leadership, and that goes to none other than Bijan Embleton.
Okay, Mr. Alexander would like you to remain to do a few more awards for us, please. Thank you. Now we will do extracurricular special certificates. First up, we have Bijan Embleton, athletics, drum corps, football, and intercom. We're back to you. have Kevin Martin, athletics, basketball, football, and interpol. Fazad Auguste, athletics, basketball, and interpol. Kinai Chetram, basketball, football, and interpol. Noah Otway, athletics, basketball, and football. Chloe Telesford, athletics, football, and interpol. Joshua Wilson Dumont, athletics, interpol, and swimming. Flavia Morejon Rodriguez, athletics and interpol. Amber Patterson, athletics and netball. Mika Sion Holocaust, athletics and football. Jyoti Sakwani, football and netball. Haley Beggs, football. Maximilian Ernst, football. Hadia Esprit Frederick, football. Donella Griffith, athletics. Mr. Alexander, thank you very much. We appreciate you this morning. I'd like to now invite Mr. Kurt Alexander, who is the president of the PTA. Sorry, Mr. Kurt Edwards. I think we're at number 8 by now. Mr. Kurt Edwards. One moment, please. Okay. First, we have a special award for geography from Mrs. Eliezer, and this award goes to Chloe Telesford. One second, please. I do not have that paper. Oh, my apologies. I do have a paper. Sorry. Okay, we'll come back to the subject awards. But Chloe, you got an award for geography. Joshua Wilson Dumont, outstanding performance in 11 subjects. additional mathematics, chemistry, English language, French, history, information technology, integrated science, mathematics, physical education and sport, physics, and principles of business. Joshua Wilson.
New person for presentation of the diplomas.
Next, we have Flavia Morejon Rodriguez. Outstanding performance in 6 subjects: art, information technology, integrated science, mathematics, social studies, and Spanish. Flavia. Mika Sion Polkov. Outstanding performance in 3 subjects: English language, office administration, physical education, and sport. Mika. Haley Beggs. English literature and social studies. Jalina Hagley, Office Administration and Human and Social Biology. Risha Morris Caton, Principles of Accounts and Spanish. Chloe Telesford, Biology and Geography. Abigail Batik, English Literature. Bijan Embleton, Technical Drawing. Maximilian Ernst, Principles of Business. Thank you. We will now rewind and go back to call Chloe to receive her award in geography from Mrs. Eliezer. Chloe Telesford. Oh, Mr. Edwards, Mrs. Eliezer would like to present her award. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
The protocol already established. Please permit me to say a few words. My award is twofold. The first one is that it symbolizes excellence in geography. And the second one is to inspire students to continue to do the subject and to motivate them to work towards the excellence that the award symbolizes. You see, the Westmorland is synonymous in producing outstanding geography students at the national and the regional level. And it is dying. I am hoping that with this award, it survives, and in some small way, it sustains its survival at this school. The class was small. I only took them in January, and there was a lot of work for me to do with them. And I said, kids, listen, time is against us. I'm going to prepare you all to pass. And they said, no, we are not going to pass. We want to pass with good grades. So it was fun working with them, and I do hope, kids, at the end of the day, there are no grade 3s. My awardee has always been passionate about this subject, and she is undeniably shown with her grit and determination and the standard. She settled for no mediocrity, and she is no other than Chloe Telesford.
Next, we would like to call on Mrs. Stroud to present the special awards for French. So, the first person to receive this award is none other than Joshua Wilson Dumont for most dedicated student in French from 2021 to 2023.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I would like to present this award to Joshua in recognition of his hard work and dedication to the subject, despite all the challenges that he faced when I met them in 2021, actually April of 2021. There was a lot to contend with, a lot to learn, and he persevered amidst everything. And so I think it's fitting that it's recognized tangibly. So Joshua, congratulations.
The second receiver of the Special French Awards is a person who has had outstanding progress in French from 2022 to 2023, and that person is none other than Flavia Morejon Rodriguez.
Now, Flavia joined the Westmorland family last year, January, and she decided that she wanted to do French. When she joined the class, Flavia could barely say greetings in French and, how are you, basic things. But Flavia persevered. She pushed on. We worked tirelessly in free time, on evenings, on mornings, whenever. This is one student you couldn't run away from. She would find you wherever you were to do extra work. And so it has been a reward because she has done so well that again I think it's fitting to recognize her efforts. So Flavia.
Thank you very much. We're coming to the end, almost to the end. At this point, we would like to invite Your Excellency, Dame Cecile Lagrenade, Governor General of Grenada, to present awards to the top 5 students of the class of 2023 Westmorland School. Dame Cecile. In position number 5, we have Jalina Hagley.
In position number 4, we have Nika Shi Holocomp.
third in the class of 2023, we have Risha Morris Caton.
In the position number 2, we have Haley Benz.
And in position number 1, we have Joshua Wilson Dumont. Your Excellency, thank you very much. At this point, we have a very special award, and for this, we'd like to invite the principal, Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, to do the Principal's Award. Would you like to say a few words? Would you like to say a few words?
I would like to invite Mr. Joshua Wilson Dumont to the stage, please. And as I address Joshua, it is information that I would love the audience to know. Joshua Wilson Dumont is a most diligent student. Joshua is involved in practically everything that happens here at the school. Joshua is our head prefect. He takes his work extremely serious. He works extremely hard at everything that he gets involved in. And in addition to getting involved in everything, he excels in everything. It is my esteemed pleasure this morning, therefore, to present the Principal's Award to Joshua Wilson Dumont for his distinguished stay and performance at Westmorland School. Joshua, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Principal Simpson. Next, we would like to call on the Chief Education Officer from the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Angela Finlay. And she will be helping us present some diplomas today. Please welcome her on stage.
First, we have Fazad Auguste. Fazad Auguste. Woo! Abigail Bati. Haley Beggs. Parents, these are your children. You know, feel free to make noise, jump, shout, scream, clap. You celebrating your children today, you know. Find you all sounding, you know, a bit too shout. Call their names. Make them know you're here. Okay? Kayla Campbell. Getting better. Woo! Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
That's the spirit.
Kinai Chetram. you're going back down. Up, up. Bijan Embleton. There we go, yes. Yeah, B, yes, yes. Maximilian Ernst. That's the spirit, yes. We know Max is in the house, yes. Hadia Esprit Frederick. Yes. All right. Donella Griffith. Jalina Hagley. Jake Carrera. Come on, Jake Carrera. And Xenia Hippolyte.
Next we have Kevin Martin. Come on, we clapped too early. Let's do it again. Kevin Martin. Next up we have Flavia Morejon Rodriguez. Risha Mortis. Take your picture, Risha. Noah Otwin. Next up we have Amber Patterson. We have Jewel Rennick. Next we have Mika Holocaust. Following after Mika, we have Jyoti Sequan. Next we have Chloe Telesford. Following her, we have Kenya Williams Forbes. Next, we have the man of the hour, Mr. Joshua Wilson Dumont. slightest, we have Selena Winston.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Finley. Okay, so the next item will be a cultural item. The girls are getting ready, and so I have been asked to entertain you. I don't know. I will try my best. So, most of the students in this class I met during COVID. An emergency English language literature teacher was needed. I was called, I said yes, and I was with you. I was with them for 2 months, I believe, 2 weeks, 2 months. And during that time, I got to know them. We had a lot of laughs, those Zoom classes. While I wished, not COVID, but I wished we had the experience of Zoom when I was in school. I mean, to be home and going to class sounds really good to me. And so I'm happy I got to share that experience with this class back in 2021, I believe. We were online, yes? Funny enough, while I was a teacher here, I taught most of their older siblings. And I also always wanted to host the graduation. And I was here for 6 years, and not 1 year they asked me to host graduation. I left Westmorland. I was invited to graduation yesterday, and then I'm asked to host graduation. Of course, I'm saying yes. I'm ticking this one off my bucket list. And so, to the graduates, while we wait for graduates, while we wait for your classmates, I'd just like to say to you, congratulations. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Some of you, I'm very familiar with you through your older siblings, as I said earlier. And to take a word from the graduation yesterday, all the places you will go. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you on your wonderful journeys later on in life. Congratulations.
All right, so I guess it's my turn to do my bit in entertaining you lot?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm a musician. Most of you might know me as C-R-Y-A-D-E, Craig. And singing is what I do as another profession, so I'm double professional here. So I teach these kids, and it's been a pleasure to get to know them, each and every one of them. They're wonderful children. So since I'm a musician, I think it's only fitting if I sing. Fair enough? Fair enough. I'm gonna have to do a cappella, guys, because I didn't prepare any music. There was nothing beforehand. This is all spur of the moment, so I hope you guys appreciate it and enjoy it anyways. Right? So you'll clap along, give me a little snappy snap, whatever it takes to get the groove going. All right. So we'll start with something very soulful, something that I wrote myself. It's called Better Together. I actually did this song with Vaughn, and it's one of my favorite ones, and it's very inspirational, so I feel like I'll share it here with you guys. All right? Growing stronger, ooh, we're better together. Hands in the air, hands in the air, the air, the air. We're stronger, stronger, stronger. Come, let me do this together. Tell them we're strong together. Tell them you're better together. I know you really need it. Your family and nothing to beat us. My friend them who does support me, and the neighbors who help to grow me. Oh Lord, once they supporting me, and music take a hold of me. We'll standing here in unity, so nothing could ever topple me. So can you feel it now? 'Cause all we need is love. Be there with you, there with you. Can you feel it now? 'Cause all we need is love. Be there with you, there with you. We're growing stronger, ooh, oh, 'cause we're better together. Hands in the air, hands in the air, the air, the air, the air. Stronger, stronger, stronger. Come, let me do this together. Tell them we're strong together. Tell them we better together. So join us together right now. 'Cause all you really need is love. So we don't want no one, no, 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 no. We know divided we fall. So join us, and let me live together. 'Cause we'll be stronger, stronger, stronger. So can you feel it now? 'Cause 'cause all we need is love. Be there with you, there with you. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? All we need. Going 1, 2, 3, we're growing stronger. Ooh, oh, we're better together. Hands in the air. Let me see everybody put one hand in the air right now. Growing stronger, stronger, stronger. Come, let me do this together. Tell them we're strong together. And Westmorland better together. Thank you,
Okay, so tomorrow, when is dinner? Bring your band and your feathers and entertainment while we eat. Well, not me, while you all eat, okay? At this point, we're back to the program as scheduled, and I would now like to invite for the cultural event, Donella Griffith and Haley Banks.
They framed us to see, but now we see it, and it ain't no secret, no. Understand the truth about that question in your soul. Look up, don't look down, then watch the answers unfold. Life is your birthright, they hit that in the fine print. Take the pen and rewrite it. Step out your estimate, step in your essence, and know that you're excellent, rise. Spirit is teaching, no, I'm not just preaching, I'm taking my own advice. Let mama let you know, mama's still trying, I can't get no days off. I don't get no days off, truly I'm feeling it, I had to say that thing twice. Trying to be a good wife, still really hard, I can't lie. But I promised you I would fight, so I fight. If you're feeling frustrated, you're thinking I'm dropping it. Forgiveness is key because we're fighting something way bigger. You never lose, we are winners. I'll be the roots, you be the tree. That's on the fruit that was given to me. Legacy, we're part of something way bigger. Let love be the water. I pour it to you and you pour it to me. There ain't no drought here. Blooming to our actual powers. I'll be a sanctuary. You just don't know it yet. You just don't know it yet. No matter how hard it gets, you got my blood in you. You're gonna
get ready to listen to our valedictorian. And so at this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Joshua Wilson Dumont. The stage is now yours. Well, the podium. The stage is yours.
Your Excellency Dame Cecile Lagarde, Governor General, Ambassador Luis Mohen, Cuban Ambassador to Grenada, Judge Atlee, OECS Supreme Court Judge, Mrs. Angela Finley, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Nicholas Paul, Registrar of Exams, Testing and Measurement Unit, Ministry of Education, Mr. Sheldon Alexander, Chairman, Board of Directors of Westmorland School Inc., Vice Chairman of the Board, Dr. Tara Patterson, and other board members present, Mr. Kurt Edwards, President, Parent Teachers Association, and other members of PTA present, Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, Principal, Mrs. Stacy Sincere, Junior School Supervisor, Guest Speaker, Mr. Eric DeCruz, past principals, past teachers, past students, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, students, fellow graduates, good morning. Firstly, I want to express what a great honor it is to stand before you here this morning to deliver the valedictory address of 2023 on behalf of the graduating class of 2023. This moment marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and countless unforgettable memories. We stand on the precipice of a world that is constantly evolving, brimming with challenges and opportunities. The knowledge we have acquired and the skills we have honed during our time here have equipped us to navigate these uncharted waters with confidence and determination. As I reflect on this journey, I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude and pride for what we have achieved here together. It would be remiss of me to exclude times such as when we had our classes in art room due to social distancing. While we hated the idea at first, we had no choice. And our love for our new classroom away from the designated form area quickly grew. Each of our ears was graced by the police band more or less every morning as they rehearsed for the various events. Sometimes our teachers would forget us as we were out of sight. To this free time we spent playing cards, Uno, and talking a great deal. Collectively, we also co-parented a sheep. Do you guys remember the name of the sheep? Right, our sheep was named Skinny. Sheep. Caring for Skinny was definitely a learning curve for us. Tying her out on mornings, ensuring her fresh supply of water, and tying her back under her shelter at evenings. Unfortunately, her life was short. One of the many joys we look forward to each school year was the sporting events. As you can tell from the awards this morning, we are a class of not just academics, but of athletes. A time where rivalry and house spirit were at its maximum. These sporting events, swim splash and young sports. Seeing athletes come and go, and having some of the school's best athletes in their respective sports sitting very here in this graduating class really adds to the flavor. Sports Day is always like a movie. Sadly, this year it is our finale. It was our finale. Nevertheless, we went out on a great note. Unexpected to them, we drenched our teachers in cold water and flour. Not the combination you'd be happy about if you were on the receiving end. I am deeply sorry, teachers. As important as it is to reflect, it is important to look towards the future. In looking towards the future, you may need to know the answer to 3 important questions. How can I challenge myself? What will serve as my inspiration as I look into the future? What will it be a future where I live the life that I imagine? No, there's no one correct answer to these questions. But I think the words Sam Levinson provide is an answer that may be applicable to some, if not all, of our lives. That is, don't watch the clock. Do as it does, keep going. I'm sure everyone sitting on this stage has a list of specific goals you'd like to achieve by an even more specific period of time. Someone here wants to be married before 30. Someone else wants to be rich before the end of 2025. It's true that it's important to have timelines, but timelines are only meant to serve as a guide. We have come, and we will continue to come face to face with disappointments that set us back. I can tell you this from personal experience. Just earlier this year, I had my own set of unanticipated setbacks. If you had asked me a year ago what I would say if I had to give the valedictory address at my graduation, I probably would have told you about I probably would have recounted a confluence of events that led to me getting into the University of Chicago or Yale. On this day, I can tell you that I have achieved excellent grades throughout my time at Westmorland, and that I am a swimming valedictorian, and that I was elected head boy and vice captain of Macintosh House, the reigning champions of swim splash, road relay, and sports, year 2022-2023. Can you give a round of applause to Macintosh House? I might be biased, but I'd like to use this opportunity to express my deep gratitude and love for House. As I said, if I was never in Macintosh House, I don't know what I would have done. What I can tell you is that I'll be going to the university of my dreams this fall. Will I tell you that I feel that earning a spot at that university? No. It's that I'm just yet to succeed. And am I going to graduate college a year later than I hope? I don't know. I won't be looking at the clock. I'm only going to do as it does and keep going. By nature, setbacks cause people to feel like they have lost sense of time, track of time. And for this reason, I emphasize not to watch the clock, as it makes one only a victim to an endless loop of procrastination. It is a given, though, that time is perpetual, and a clock continues to tick somewhere and somehow. Of this motion, I implore you all. From this, I would like to say to my fellow graduates, don't think that life is a race. We all go at our own pace and follow our own path. It is the memories, the lessons, and the experiences gained along the way that are worth far beyond the price of gold. Expect to fail, as it is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And after every low, there must be a high. We must also remember that embracing new challenges is not a solitary endeavor. Over the last 5 years, we were blessed to have the support and guidance of our teachers, our friends, and our families throughout our academic journey. Now, some of those things may be repeated as we gain further independence. However, do not be hesitant to ask questions. Tap into resources and learn from those that have more wisdom than you. As we bid farewell to this chapter in our lives, let us carry with us the lessons we have learned. Let us challenge ourselves, step out of our comfort zones, and embrace the opportunities that lie before us. Let us have the courage to take risks, to persevere in the face of adversity, and to pursue our passions with unwavering determination. Together, let us create a future that is both meaningful and fulfilling, not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of society. Today is a combination of your hard work and dedication. Tomorrow is the beginning of a new future. Congratulations, graduates.
All right, thank you very much, Joshua, for that wonderful speech. But before you have your seat, we would like to award you, and to do so, we would like to invite Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade to present you with your valedictorian's award. So let's invite her on stage. That is a big trophy. Joshua? Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Excellency. At this point, we would like to ask the graduates to stand for their pledge and prayer. Graduates, can you please stand? Thank you. Okay, we're missing two, and so it will be remiss if we move on without them. So let us wait for the young ladies who did a very beautiful dance to get back into their gear and come back on stage with us. Thank you. So you can stand at ease for a little while. In the meantime, if you can please ensure that your tassels are to your left, that would help us greatly. Check your tassels, make sure they're over your left shoulder. Good, good. They come in? They come in? They come in? Yeah. Are they coming? Okay, we've been given a 1 minute notice, and so graduates, if you'd like to take your seat again for 1 minute, you know, you can think about what Joshua said and think about what Eric said in the meantime. Yeah? I can't think of anything else to say. Okay, we have our two young ladies back with us. Don't sit down yet because graduates, for the second time, when it's nice to do it twice. If you can please stand for your prayer and pledge, please.
We, the 2023 graduating class of Westmorland Senior School, solemnly vow to love, honor, and respect our dear alma mater. We promise to maintain and uphold the high ideals, learning aspirations, and fertile heritage of our noble institution. May we, with renewed vigor and hope, strive for excellence. Father in heaven, we thank thee for this blessed day. Thank you for all of our successes and failures. May we learn from our mistakes and move on with renewed spirit and confidence. Wonderful Counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, the omnipotent and omniscient God, please hear us. In your name we pray. Amen.
You're going to change your tassels to the right. Along your graduation.
Graduates, we now invite you to switch your tassels over to the right side.
Indicate the transition from graduates to
And
graduates.
this indicates the transition from graduates to graduates. Congratulations.
And while the new class of 2023 graduates are standing, we'll now like to invite them to do their song. Oh, does someone need the mic? Of the song that you just sang and lift your hands up and put your face to the sunshine, give thanks and praise. Okay? You may have your seats while we invite Jalina Hadley for the presentation of the class of 2023's Legacy Gift. It should be at the back.
I would like to invite Mrs. Simpson on stage. On behalf of the graduation class of 2023, I present to you our legacy gift.
All right, thank you very much, Jelena. Now we would like to invite Principal Simpson to do the principal's address. Please welcome Chelsea.
Your Excellency, Dame Cecile Lagrenard, Governor General, Ambassador Louis Morion, Cuban Ambassador to Grenada, Judge Atty, OECS Supreme Court Judge, Mrs. Angela Finley, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Nicholas Paul, Registrar, Testing and Measurement Unit, Ministry of Education, Mr. Sheldon Alexander, Chairman, Board of Directors, Westmorland School, Inc., and other board members present, Mr. Kurt Edwards, President, Parent Teachers Association of Westmorland School, Inc., other members of the PTA Executive and general members of the PTA, Mrs. Stacy Sincere, Junior School Supervisor, guest speaker, Mr. Eric De Cruz, past principals, other distinguished guests, students, to our now official 2023 graduates of Westmorland School. To our Masters of Ceremony, distinguished guests, parents, students, a very pleasant good morning. It is an extreme pleasure for me and definitely an honor to stand here with, I want to call it, my first graduating class. I am not only here as their principal, I am here as someone who feels honored to be in their presence. I will tell you that this class endured much, too much. It was a very challenging year for them. They would have come from COVID into Form 4 and into Form 5 under new leadership and numerous changes in teachers, and it was extremely challenging. Whilst on one hand, I want to think that they would have learned a lesson from that, it was not the lesson we wanted them to learn. It was not that type of lesson. And we feel for them, but they thrived, they persevered, and they're here. Congratulations again, graduates. I want to thank all the parents, especially those parents who are here for the graduates today, all the family members, all the well-wishers who supported them on their journey. I am sure, without a doubt, that they could not and would not have done it without you. And so for the parents, graduates, please put your hands together for your parents. I want to thank you two parents for the support that you lent to the Westmorland, that you gave to the Westmorland School over the years and during my one-year tenure. I truly appreciate it. As I address the graduates especially, I'm going to use the word change, C-H-A-N-G-E, the word change as an acronym to address them. Graduates, this is not the first of such change for you. This won't be the last, but this is one of the biggest change that you will under, at least for now, at this age. And this change, this transition into futuristic things, into college, into university, must not be taken lightly. As I congratulate you and wish for you all the best, I feel that what I should charge you with, not only as the principal, but also as a mother, as somebody who understands from experience and maturity that the world is kind, but the world is mean. There are lots of good, so many good, And if we spread it, it could wipe the bad all away. But there are bad things in the world, and I feel that my charge to you might, just might, help to set you on the right path. Change. C. Choice. You have to make choices. For the most part, to this stage, your parents have been making the choices, most of your choices for you. They will continue to do so. I guarantee you that I'm still making choices for my 32-year-old daughter. They will continue to do this for you. But you will make many of your choices on your own. I implore you to choose wisely. Choose your career, of course with the help and guidance of your parents, but choose your career wisely. Do not choose because of what others are doing. Do not choose for popularity. Do not choose for money. Choose for passion. Of course we want the money, so we're hoping that the choice will come with money. But choose for passion. Make the choice. The choice you make now, from here on, will impact you until the day until you're not making choices anymore. Choose wisely. H, happiness. I've chosen the word happiness because I feel that many of you, many persons feel that others can make us happy. Others can contribute to our happiness, but our happiness comes from within. A proper choice in career, a proper choice in friendship, a proper or the right choice in your actions, in your dress, in your general demeanor, in your everyday doing, and to search deep within to bring yourself that happiness that will make you the men and women, the change agents of tomorrow. Unhappy people don't make very good change agents. We want you to be influential change agents, and to do that, I wish you happiness. A, attitude. I like your attitude. I love your attitude. With all the challenges you stayed above, I am imploring you to continue in this vein, to adopt or to improve on your attitude. The old adage still stands. Your attitude determines your altitude. True, we have seen some persons at high altitude. Are they happy? Did they make the right choice? Choose wisely, be happy. Maintain a very good, a very positive attitude at all times. N, nurturing or nurture. I implore you to find in you your nurturing spirit. You have been nurtured to this stage all along. You will continue to be nurtured. I guarantee you your parents will be crying when you leave. They're crying now. Speaking of one particular parent or two, they're crying now. They're going to be crying. They have nurtured you to this stage. They will continue to nurture you. But you will have to do much nurturing of your own. Continue to thrive and dwell on the nurturing that you would have earned from them. But in addition to that, do not bypass anyone. As always, there will be greater and lesser persons than you are. When you come in contact with lesser persons, be willing to nurture. When you have your businesses, when you have your careers, when you have young secretaries, when you go to universities and you have a fallen classmate, wherever, remember the nurturing you were given and be willing to reach out and nurture someone. It's a good trait. G, growth. You have grown. Most of you are coming from junior school. You have not only grown physically, you have grown mentally, you have grown emotionally. This is not even the middle of your growth. You will continue to grow. And some of you will grow, and some of you will grow. But I want you to grow mentally, emotionally, strong. That growth
comes with the right choice. As you grow, do not settle. Grow with family, grow with friends, grow with the surrounding, grow with your environment. Be a part of your environment and influence it positively. You will go on to get your degrees. Do not settle at a bachelor's. You will go on to get your master's. Do not settle at a master's. And when you get your PhD, do not settle. There is always growth. There are musicians, there are dancers, there are lawyers, there are chefs, there are veterinary surgeons, there are all the careers among you. Hone your skills every day and better yourself. E, engage. Yes, some of you are dying to get engaged, physically engaged. The engage I'm speaking of is engaging people, engaging those with whom you come in contact with. The engage I'm speaking of is to stay in touch. Too often, graduates go off and they lose contact with their friends. They lose contact with their family, with their extended family, with their relatives. I am imploring you to engage those people who would have nurtured you, those people who would have added to your growth. I implore you to engage your parents so that when you get to college, at your busiest, most entertaining, most exciting moment, reach out and call. Don't just wait on your parents to call. Call. Engage your parents. Engage the teachers who would have added to your growth. And going backward before I close, engage always all those persons who would have contributed to the men and women that you are today and the men and women that you will become. Grow in everything you do. Nurture. And in nurturing, I must add, there are many times when, or rather, our parents never stop nurturing us. They will become old. We will become old. Remember the nurturing and return it always. A, build on your attitude. Maintain your good attitude. H, be happy. When everything else is going wrong, strive for happiness. Sad people can't solve problems. And C, make the right choice. Make the right choice. I wish you all the best and hope that these few words will be of some encouragement. And I will miss you. I wish I had a better year with you. I wish I could have impacted you more, but I will miss you dearly. And I hope that when you see me when I'm old, I will get some nurturing from you if I can see you. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you to be a part of their change. Continue to be a part of their change. C-H-A-N-G-E, all of it. I thank you. Before I leave the podium, and to prevent me from coming back, may I just bypass one item to come back to it and invite Mr. Sheldon Alexander at this time as we do some special awards. Mr. Alexander. I'd like to, before I invite that person, I'll tell you that one of our trustees, who is no longer serving as a trustee, would have served with distinguished self, distinguished service, distinguished everything. He has given practically half of his years, half of his life to Westmorland. He has retired. He's not with us today. He's represented by his son. And so today, I ask you to help me to give a rousing round of applause as we bid farewell as trustee to Mr. Derek Steele. And invite to the podium a director of the board of our school board, Mr. Jonathan Steele. Mr. Steele, please accept this award on behalf of your father. The next person, I have all positives. So even what I'm going to say here is very positive. This person has dragged me around. This person has annoyed me. This person almost makes me cry every day. This person has been my biggest supporter. He has been there. He's the wind beneath my wings here. Despite the annoyance, despite him wanting me to tear out my hair, maybe that's why I had to cut my hair. But he is a supreme supporter. He is the epitome of selfless, dedicated service. He is a wealth of knowledge regarding Westmorland School and has invested unquantifiable periods of time and patience to our institution. If ever I need to know anything, I call on this one person. I can call on others, but I guarantee you I'll call him for backup or to ascertain. As we bid him farewell, because his son leaves today, congratulations, Mr. John Martin Dumont, the father of our head prefect, Joshua Wilson Dumont. As we bid Mr. Dumont goodbye, we know he will continue to be a beacon for us here. I know I will still be able to call on him, and I know he'll be an addition, good addition to any organization. Thank you, Mr. Dumont. We now invite Miss Claire Campbell to the stage. And this that you're seeing, the beautiful hall that you're sitting in, Miss Claire Campbell is responsible, ably assisted by, I don't want to start calling names, I might just miss somebody, but a great team of Form 5 parents. Ms. Campbell, thank you for everything you have done. And we wish you all the best as you take your leave of Westmorland, because your daughter is leaving, but physically you won't be leaving us. Thank you so much. I'll ask Mr. Sheldon to do this last one, and then I'll invite Dr. Patterson to the stage right after. Miss Ramona Otway. Mrs. Ramona Otway. And as Miss Otway comes to the stage, I have to add my second biggest supporter, my second biggest thorn in my flesh. But I can always call on her. She's always there to give me good advice. Mrs. Otway, I thank you so much, not only for the advice and sitting on the panel that interviewed me, but for everything you have done. Mrs. Otway would have served as chairman of the school board for 2 years. And so as she departs with her son Noah, Mrs. Otway, thank you again, and we wish you all the best. I now invite Dr. Tara Patterson, Vice Chair of the Board. Miss Melanie Archibald, I invite you to the stage, please. As Miss Melanie comes, we all know Miss Melanie as Auntie Mel, the talk shop lady. We all know Miss Melanie as the hot dresser. We all know Miss Melanie as the no-nonsense person. Miss Melanie, we will miss you as a parent, but I know that you will continue to give your support. Thank you for everything you've done. Dr. Angus Friday. And in his absence, if he's not here, may I ask Mrs. Friday, Dr. Friday, my apology. Dr. Angus Friday is a past director of the board. His wife, Mrs. Friday, is a class parent. And today, I thank you, sir, not only for your service as director, but for the support that you and Mrs. Friday would have given to Westmorland School. As you take your leave, we hope you'll be with us still, but as your daughter leaves, we wish all the family the best. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Friday. Mrs. Leslie Ann Sion Holocaust. And as Miss Sion comes, I know Miss Sion was a board of director, was on the board of director. And whilst we have had conversations, I know that Miss Sion would have been a Mr. Dumont and Mrs. Otway put together had they been still on the board. But it would have been welcomed and it would have been constructive. Miss Sion, as you take your leave of us, I thank you for the service to Westmorland. I thank you and Mr. Holocaust for giving us our head girl, Mika Sion Holocaust. And I thank you as you take your leave and wish the family all that's good. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, another rousing round of applause for all our awardees. I thank you. Thank you, Dr. Patterson. Thank you, Mr. Alexander. And so just to let you know that these persons were not forgotten, but instead of calling another person, they have asked me to call Mrs. Friday to this stage. Mrs. Friday. And you know, each time I call a parent, I have to say, if Mrs. Friday was still on the board, she would have been Mr. Dumont and Miss Sian and Miss Otway as well, right? But it would have all been good. Mrs. Friday, thank you for everything you have done. She has been one of the class 5 parent, and she has done an awesome job helping to groom our students. Another round of applause. Thank you, Mrs. Friday.
Not for very long though. We'd like to invite for another cultural event, Jyoti Supwani, Kenai Chatram, and Kevin Martin. So please let's welcome them.
Sorry.
while we recognize the departure of Her Excellency Dame Cecilia Grenada, the Governor General of Grenada. Thank you very much for coming. Okay, you may now have your seats. And while we recognize and appreciate that several academic awards were given out, the cultural events this morning have been simply outstanding, and so by no means should we not focus on them as much. The dancing was amazing and the steel pan absolutely beautiful. So let's recognize our cultural ambassadors. All right, and now we have a very exciting part of the program. I'd like to invite Mrs. Olga Clark to do the farewell to the parents. So I'd like to hand over to Mrs. Clark.
Your Excellency, Dame Cecilia Grenada, Governor General, Ambassador Luis Morejon, Cuban Ambassador to Grenada, George Atti, OECS Supreme Court Judge, Mrs. Angela Finley, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Nicholas Paul, Registrar of Exam, Testing, and Measurement Unit, Ministry of Education, Mr. Sheldon Alexander, Chairman, Board of Directors of Westmorland School, and other board members present, Mr. Kurt Edwards, President, Parents Teachers Association of the Westmorland School, and other members of the PTA Executive present, Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, Principal, Mrs. Stacy Sincere, Junior School Supervisor, Guest Speaker, Mr. Eric De Cruz, past principals, teachers, students, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, students. Good morning. Buenos días. Very good, you still remember the Spanish. Now, this moment of the ceremony brings mixed feelings of happiness and sadness. Happiness because these students on the stage are graduating. They are leaving. We need to be happy for them. These students have done a lot. They have gone through a lot, but they persevere. And now they are graduating. And if we take a line from the themes for this year, step out, step up, challenge yourselves. In order to follow their dreams, they need to step out of these walls. So we are happy for them, and we wish them all the best in the future endeavors. Now, the sad part is that together with the students, many parents are also leaving this institution. Parents who have served for many years as members of the board of directors, parents who have donated their time or giving their time and the expertise helping this institution grow, parents who have made monetary contributions every time we ask them to do so. And we are losing these parents now. Thank you, parents, for all these years that you have been here. Many parents sitting in the audience are graduating the fourth child, the third child, the second child, even the first child. But they have been here for many, many years, supporting the school, supporting this institution. And we want to say farewell we want to say thank you. And we also want you to know that your effort and dedication, your loyalty to the school will be always appreciated. So I'm going to call some of the parents. You can stand or you can raise your hand so the audience can recognize you. Thank you and farewell, we say to Dr. and Mrs. Martin, parents of Kevin Martin, and past student Kyla Martin.
Thank you and farewell to Mr. and Mrs. Embleton, parents of Bijan Embleton and past student Beyonce Embleton.
Thank you and farewell, we say to Mr. and Mrs. Herrera, parents of Jake Herrera, and past students of John, Bianca, and Tristan Herrera.
To Mr. Forbes and Miss Williams, we say thank you. These are the parents of Kenya and past students Eric and Serena De Cruz.
We say farewell and thank you to Miss Melanie Archibald and Justin Ernst, parents of Maximilian Ernst and Reen Ernst.
Thank you to Miss Griffith and Mr. Telesford, parents of Donella Griffith.
Thank you and farewell to Mr. and Mrs. Winsboro, parents of Selena, and past student Leah Winsboro.
To Dr. and Mrs. Friday, we say thank you, parents of Janina Hadley.
We say thank you and farewell to Mr. and Mrs. Williams, parents of Chloe Telesford.
Thank you and farewell to Mr. and Mrs. Sion Holocaust, parents of Mika Sion Holocaust.
Thank you and farewell to Mr. Keaton and Mrs. Bain, parents of Risha Morris, and past students Ricardo and Rikiba Bain.
To Mrs. Hercules, we say thank you and farewell, parent of Xenia Hippolyte.
We say thank you and farewell to Mr. Sprigg and Miss Frederick, parents of Hadia Sprigg Frederick.
Thank you and farewell to Mr. and Mrs. Patterson, parents of Amber Patterson.
Thank you and farewell to Miss Campbell, Miss Claire Campbell, parents of Kayla Campbell.
To Mr. and Mrs. Batik, parents of Abigail Batik, we say thank you and farewell.
We say thank you and farewell to Miss Ramona Otwi, parents of Noah Otwi.
Thank you and farewell to Mr. Renwick, parent of Jewel Renwick.
Thank you and farewell to Mr. and Mrs. Augustine, parents of Fazal Augustine.
And last and not least, we say thank you to Mr. Dumont and Miss Wilson, and farewell, parents of Joshua Wilson Dumont.
Once again, parents, thank you for your contribution.
Thank you, Mrs. Clark and Ms. Latouche. We'll now like to invite I know who it is, I'm just confirming. Yes? Rikisha Keaton Morris to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the graduating class of 2023.
Your Excellency, Dame Cecilia Grenada, Governor General, Ambassador Louis Moron, Cuban Ambassador to Grenada, Judge Ati, OECS Supreme Court Judge, Mrs. Angela Finley, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Mr. Nicholas Paul, Registrar of Exams, Testing and Measurement Unit, Ministry of Education, Mr. Sheldon Alexander, Chairman, Board of Directors of Westmorland School Incorporated, and other board members present. Mr. Kurt Edwards, President, Parent Teachers Association of Westmorland School Incorporated, and other members of the PTA executive present. Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, Principal, Mrs. Stacy Sincere, Junior School Supervisor, Guest Speaker, Mr. Eric DeCruz, past principals, teachers, students, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, past graduates. Good afternoon. Today, I stand before you to perform the simple yet significant task of giving you my present, rendering thanks on behalf of the graduating class of 2023. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives as we stand here, beaming with pride, ready to embark on the next chapter of our journey. On this special occasion, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to all those who have played a vital role in shaping our paths and making this day possible. Firstly, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to our dedicated and passionate teachers. You have been the guiding lights throughout our academic journey, always ready to lend us a helping hand and share your invaluable knowledge. Your commitment to nurturing our minds and fostering a love for learning has made a lasting impact on our lives. Not only did you impart knowledge, but you also helped us navigate the challenges of SPAs with patience and understanding. Your unwavering support and belief in our abilities have enabled us to reach new heights, and for that, we are truly grateful. I'd also like to thank our principal, Mrs. Marjorie Simpson, for spearheading this team of teachers, and for her rigorous yet gentle approach to upholding the discipline of our class and the school as a whole. We also recognize and appreciate Ms. Latouche and Mrs. Clark, as well as the Board of Directors for their interest in the school and contributions that have allowed us to have a great experience at Westmorland School. It would be remiss of me to omit expressing gratitude to auxiliary members of staff, namely Mr. Felix and Ms. Carmen, for unrelentingly providing support to both the students and staff here at Westmorland. To our parents, who have supported us unconditionally every step of the way, we owe a debt of gratitude. Your love, sacrifice, and unwavering belief in our potential have been the driving force behind our success. From those early mornings waking up, to prepare our meals and ensuring we had everything we needed for school, to being there during late night study sessions, you have been our pillars of strength. Your encouragement, words of wisdom, and endless support have given us the confidence to overcome challenges and push our boundaries. Today, we celebrate not just our achievements, but also the love and care that you have showered upon us. Lastly, but certainly not the least, I want to express my deepest appreciation to each and every one of my classmates. We have spent countless hours together, supporting, challenging, and inspiring one another. The time we shared, the memories we created, and the bonds we formed will forever hold a special place in our hearts. Through the highs and lows, we have stood by each other, pushing one another, to reach for the stars. Our collective journey has taught us the importance of collaboration, friendship, and perseverance. As we part ways and embark on our individual paths, let us cherish the memories we have made together and carry the spirit of unity and camaraderie into our future endeavors. Also, I would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Julian Checkley and Mrs. Simone Alexander Wise for the preparation of graduation program. Mrs. Tracy Latouche, Mrs. Olga Clark, and Mrs. Lucia Latouche Stroud, and Mr. Oleski Hall and Mr. Ivan Peters for the preparation of the graduates. Mrs. Tracy Latouche, Mrs. Stacy Sincere, and Ms. Christina Felix, and Ms. Rachel Finley for preparation of graduation speeches. Our part-time teachers, Mr. Doughton, Mr. Hall, Mrs. Eliezer, Mrs. Stroud, and Mr. Farry Smith for preparation of our students for their CSEC exams. Mrs. Claire Campbell and her team for preparation and decoration of the halls. Gifted Things for donation of gifted baskets. And to everyone who contributed to today's program. As we bid farewell to our beloved alma mater, let us embrace the opportunities that lay ahead and strive to make a positive difference in our communities and the world at large. Today, we graduate not just as individuals, but as a class, bound by shared experiences and a bright future ahead. Thank you, one and all, for being a part of our journey and for making this day truly memorable. May we, the class of 2023, step out, challenge ourselves, persevere, and live the life we imagine. Thank you.
Thank you, Risha. Okay. I know you're excited to take your final walk out. However, before we go, let's do our last rites to the school, and I'd like to invite us to all stand while we sing the school song before we close up today's ceremony. Here, do you know the school song? Do you know the school song? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Can we please remain standing while I know I sound like those bus drivers when they tell you one more to full a bus to go and then they need 2 more people. I promise this is the final item. I'd like to invite Maximilian Ernst to do a prayer for us, please, to close us off with a word of prayer.
Please close your eyes and bow your head for prayer. Gracious and loving God, we ask now for your almighty hand to be upon us, the graduates, as we and our families celebrate this grand milestone. May we find comfort from this community's continued embrace and support as we journey through life. May we find strength in the excellence of our academic preparation. Bless our lives from this day on with goodness and success. Enable us to stay true to our dreams for your greater glory, to discern what is right, good, and just, and to use our gifts wisely and in service to others. Empower us to walk into the future with faith, hope, and great love guided by your light. In your name we pray. Amen.
Okay. So being true to my word, we are at the end. And so now, as the graduates of the Westmorland School class of 2023 prepare to walk down the red carpet for the final time, in your walking down, we have a couple bits of instructions first. Remember what your valedictorian said. He said, your future begins now. Celebrate you while you walk down, okay? Have fun, enjoy, free up, you know? Today's your day, it's about you, okay? And so, the order of the procession, the graduates will walk down, and then our specially invited guests and VIPs will walk down directly following the graduates to the refreshment area, followed by the general guests and attendees, okay? Graduates, the floor is yours, the red carpet is yours. Have a ball. Thank you all so much for coming and celebrating with us today. We're out.